My name's Rebecca Reid and I'm going to talk about my experience of being a bully. I was about 14, 15 when I would say that I was somebody who bullied people. And I didn't realise at all at the time that what I was doing was bullying. But when I look back, I realised that a group of us were very responsible for a kind of targeted victimisation of people in our year. One of the reasons that I didn't realise that what we were doing was bullying is that it didn't look like the kind of bullying I had seen on telly. We would never push someone or hit someone, and we would never follow someone home from school and shout things. It was a much more low level, discreet kind of bullying. It was starting rumours about people and talking about them behind their back and making them feel unwelcome when they came into a room. And it was a very concerted effort to make certain people feel like they didn't belong. And through doing that, I felt like I belonged with these other girls who were maybe the people inventing those ideas. And also I think that the kind of bullies that we were, it was about power, and it made us feel powerful to establish this is the room where we're sitting so you can't come in. This is the place where we go at the weekend so you shouldn't go there. Once we found this girl's blog and we printed off all her blog entries and stuck them around the school, and I was the one who found the blog. I didn't stick them up and I didn't print them out, but I found the blog and I showed everybody else, so ultimately it was my fault. And that earned me huge respect from my group of friends. Friends is probably a strong word. But the difficult thing is that doesn't last. You can be liked for doing, if you're liked for doing something nasty, it'll be a week, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but after that it'll start to slip again, and those people will start to be nasty to you again until you can do something better. And you get into a really poisonous routine of feeling that you have to provide something for somebody to be your friend, and nobody who really wants to be your friend will ever expect you to provide certain behaviours or earn it. If somebody likes you, they'll be your friend regardless. It was a kind of kill or be killed thing. Either join in with the cool girls and belong, or not join in and be lonely. I chose to join in and belong, which meant losing a lot of my integrity and doing some things that I feel very bad about looking back. It took a long time for me to realise that I was somebody who had been a bully at school. I felt very, very sad when I realised what had happened. I felt very sad that I was so desperate to be liked, and that I lacked self-confidence, and that I was so unsure of myself that I did things that I'm not proud of in order to connect with people and feel like I belonged. So selfishly I felt sad for myself, because I think that paints a very strong picture of who I was when I was 14, 15. And then also I felt very sad for the people who I hurt, and I felt very sad about those friendships I could have had and those relationships I could have had. If I could talk to myself when I was 14, 15 when this was happening, the first thing I'd want to say is that the kind of people who will do that to other people will also do that to you. And it can seem so tempting to want to be friends with those people, because unfortunately the nasty people tend to be the ones who have the really good parties and lend you the really good clothes. But often it's not worth it, because it comes at the cost of treating other people badly. And that will only leave you feeling bad. And also, just because somebody seems powerful or exciting in the first place doesn't mean that they're necessarily the ones you want to be friends with. There will be people who are available to you, whether it's at school, whether it's at a club, whether it's people you've known since you were a kid. There'll be all sorts of people who, if you get to know them, will be a lot better for you and a lot more exciting. So don't assume that just because somebody seems that way to start with, they're the only people you want to be friends with. And don't make sacrifices about who you are and who you want to be just for something so transient and something so meaningless ultimately. Being bullied and being a bully are things that go hand in hand. I think a lot of people feel that the way to stop from being bullied is to be a bully, because you fight strength with strength. But there is a middle ground, and you don't have to pick either. You can check out of that whole vicious circle and choose to be neither bullied nor a bully.